Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. How's everyone doing today? And there is something to go around here to say. We had for Saiyan Day a LR instead of a regular TUR Dokkan Fest exclusive. And now, for our crossover celebration, we're getting an LR. An actual Dokkan Fest exclusive LR. Yep, here is it. There we go. An actual Dokkan Fest exclusive LR. You can see that on the top left. I do think that it'll come out and be a red coin unit, not a blue coin unit, but I can only hope because it is a crossover character. So let's watch the promo for the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 collab, and let's see what they give us to see here. Okay, a Towa&Mira unit. A Xeno Trunks. And a Vegeta, who's an ultra super villain. So I don't know, is he an ultra villain or does he... Okay, I guess I'll find out. So here are the animations here. It's going to be a little bit cropped at the top and bottom. I apologize. Okay, now here is the Xeno Trunks. Try and get that so that it at least shows the bottom part. Okay, hopefully that works. That's where he's corrupted. Oh, so this is a transforming unit. It becomes the same exact attack, just different, slightly different lighting. And now we have this one. It's kind of like the BoJack movie Gohan. Okay. Interesting. Alright. So let's go over the details here for the Vegeta, the Xeno Trunks, and the Towa and... what's his name? Towa&Mira. Yeah. Okay, so Vegeta is a crossover or Vegeta family category. Key plus 3, HP 200%, and attack and defense plus 170. Plus an additional 50% to stats for characters who also belong to the Time Travelers or ROG category. And this is a Extreme STR unit. Okay. The active skill can be activated if there's another crossover or ROG category ally attacking the same turn, or a crossover or ROG category enemy starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, or starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. Let me just see here. It's a or. There's no period. Okay. Awakens removes all allies' negative effects. So if you're stunned, sealed, or locked in place, that'll remove all of that stuff. And he gains 50% attack and defense for 1 turn. So activates the entrance animation when there is another crossover or ROG category ally on the team when entering. Chance of performing your critical hit and damage reduction rate of 30% for 3 turns. Excuse me. And a permanent 300% defense. That only activates at the entrance animation. That is not going to activate multiple times. Basic effect is key +5 to 10 randomly, kind of like the Gotenks, the AGL Goten Trunks, the way they used to be. 350% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction. It has another guaranteed additional super attack. Very nice. With all allies attacking in the same turn are crossover category characters, he's got 30% extra damage reduction before attacking. And when attacking with 18 or more key, gains another 250% attack and defense. And another 100% and disables enemies' guard with 1 or more STR key spheres. And after receiving an attack, launches another guaranteed additional super attack. And after the enemy launches a super attack at the character, has another guaranteed additional super attack. So you want to try and bring in a crossover category team so that you could put him in slot 1 is what I'm seeing here. So links are Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Warrior Gods, Prepare for Battle, XENOVERSE. That's a new link, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's been in the game before. I don't know. I have to check. Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. There are quite a few categories for this Vegeta, and the super attack, the 12 key, it looks like, is greatly raising attack for 1 turn with a 50% chance of further greatly raising attack for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage to the enemy. So it's a 50% to a high chance. I think it means 30% or 50%. I don't know. And then the 18 key massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. It causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Then we have the awakened form. Key +10, straight up, no randomness, 350% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction, guaranteed additional super attack, and randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. STR excluded to rainbow key spheres. Another rainbow key sphere changer, so that's nice. When there is another crossover or ROG category ally on the team, 30% damage reduction before attacking, launches an additional super attack guaranteed, and gains 300% defense. I saw on Twitter where people were asking if this was something that could proc every turn that he's in. And it seems like, even though it doesn't say once only, it is an only one-time occurrence. Because there are other units that are worded this way and do not stack every time. When attacking with 18 or more key, 250% additional attack and defense, and another 100% attack, and disables enemy's guard with 1 or more STR or rainbow key series obtained. And after receiving an attack, launches a guaranteed additional super attack, and has another 30% chance of performing a critical hit. Well, I say another, but there really isn't any other crit before, except for the 5 crit that will be automatically in hit potential system because he is a STR unit. And then for 6 turns from the character's entry turn, chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate of another 30%. So it would have 90% damage reduction rate for 6 turns before attacking, so long as he's on ROG, he has an ROG teammate or a crossover teammate. Wow, interesting. and nullifies negative effects when there's another crossover category ally attacking the same turn. So you cannot be stunned, cannot be sealed, cannot be locked in place, cannot have his attack or defense lowered, all of that stuff. Interesting. And then from the 7th turn, from the character's entry turn, gains another 150% defense. So he is not a very long-term unit. Now, the 12 key massively raises attack for 1 turn, and the 18 key looks like it is also massively raises attack defense for 1 turn, goes max loss damage to the enemy. So instead of it being a 50% attack raise with a chance of another 50% chance raise, I think massively is either 80% or 100%. Different units have a different multiplier. It's hard to know what it's going to be like at this point, honestly. I can say this very much, that the Awakened Vegeta side is very, very good, but once 6 turns are up, you're kind of losing a huge chunk of him. He's not going to be getting that nullification of negative effects. He's not getting that extra critical hit and damage reduction either. As for this side, I think he's good. He's not gonna be the greatest. 600% attack and defense, like right off the bat. Nice. But you need a crossover category character so that he can get hit every single turn before he attacks. And so that he can get the additional super attack. Unless that additional super attack will proc on the next turn. I don't think so, but it's difficult to know if they missed this. Where is it? On this side. If they missed the 300%. See, this is where it's confusing, because they say it's 300% once only here, and they say 300% here. If this is actually stacking, then I have zero problem with this unit. This is the absolute best defensive unit in the game. You cannot tell me that 300% defense every turn that he's up, because you've got a crossover or an ROG category ally linked up with him. I wouldn't say for 1 minute that this is a bad unit. Not even close. Onto the Trunks. Trunks is a Vegeta family, or Defenders of Justice category, key +3 and 130% to stats, lead, messenger from the future, solid support, cold judgment, royal lineage, prepared for battle, XENOVERSE, and fierce battle. Okay, so I've got key +2 and 250% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction, crossover Vegeta family category allies gain key +2 and 30% attack and defense. I would have said make that 100, but okay, that's just me. Per crossover or Vegeta family category ally on the team, depending on which category has more members. 100% attack and defense up to 500%. Okay, that's a lot. Chance of performing a critical hit and chance of evading enemy's attack up to 50%. Okay, that's not damage reduction. I would prefer damage reduction, but okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack and defense has a guaranteed additional super attack. That's nice to see. And when receiving an attack with 12 or more key, 300% defense. With an int or physical key share obtained, chance of evasion another 20% as the second attack on a turn, and then performs a critical hit and launches an additional super attack as the third attack on a turn. With an STR, AGL, or tech key share obtained, all allies gain 2 key and 30% defense for 2 turns, and he has guard as the second attacker on a turn. And then all allies attack plus 40% and chance of performing a critical hit 20% for 3 turns as the third attacker on a turn. So he's pure support. So I don't know how I feel about that. And the super attack greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers defense. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we have Towa&Mira. Trying to find... there we go. Yes, Xenoverse is apparently a link in the game. All of the other Xenoverse characters are getting that, so it's like Towa's, Mira, and whoever else is from that trope. I myself have not played Xenoverse, so I don't know. I might play Xenoverse 3. I have no idea yet. That's still like a year out. That's still like a year out. So the leader skill for Towa&Mira, who are Extreme AGL, is Time Travelers or Join Forces category, Key +3 and 130% to stats. Demonic Power, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Xenoverse, and Fierce Battle. Okay. As a guaranteed additional super attack right off the bat, crossover or time travelers category allies gain 2 key and 30% attack and defense per crossover or time travelers category ally on the team. 100% attack and defense up to 500%, kind of like the Trunks, and critical hit and damage reduction rate of 10% up to 50%. Interesting. I did say I would rather the damage reduction, but okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack. When receiving an attack with 12 or more key, 250% defense. For 4 turns on the character's entry turn, key +4 and 250% defense. And has the Scouter effect on the turn rotation that he's on. When attacking as the second attack on a turn, another 100% attack, and has a guaranteed additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. And when attacking as the third attacker on a turn, launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a great chance of becoming a super attack. And for every attack performed, he gains 1 key permanently. And that is worded where it will stack. Alright, so the super attack raises attack and defense and causes supreme damage to the enemy, so that's a stacking super attack. And then raises extreme class allies defense by 6% for 2 turns. Wow, these are decent units. I don't know if either of these are from an event or they're both from the banner. It could be either or. Typically, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes released with 4 new characters in recent years, so it's hard to know how they will go about this. But all in all, I would love to hear what you folks think about this new Vegeta and this new Xeno Trunks and this Towa&Mira. I think Vegeta is absolutely insane. That they did not put this a once only might mean it actually stacks, because simply put, they do put this as a once only here. It's hard to imagine that it's not a once only, because you can only activate the entrance animation once. So it's hard to know. It's hard to know at this point. Further testing will bring it out. I'm actually excited. I would be remiss if I didn't say I wasn't excited for a new Vegeta that might be runnable on ROG. I wouldn't say I'm not excited for that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. These, I believe, drop in 2 days. I believe these units come in 2 days. Golden Week is in about 10 days to 15 days, roughly. Goku Gohan and Goten Day is during Golden Week. There apparently is no longer a banner for Goku Gohan and Goten Day. They do give us those Book of War, I believe they're called, exchange, so we can exchange for Goku Gohans and Gotens in the Baba Shop. So initially I had finished my video already, and I'm going to be sticking this in towards the end. So we have here version 6.1.0 coming. This is coming to Japan, to the JP version, I should say. It's coming to the JP version first. Global's getting 6.0.5 for some reason. I don't know if this is coming to Global. This might be announced in tonight's reset, and then we'll know if this is part of it in the 6.0.51. I don't know if that's the case. So this is what's happening here, and it's very, very good quality of life updates here. So improved skill orb search function. It will now be easier to check the details of skill orbs from the icons. Furthermore, the filter function will now allow you to select the display order by the level of each effect. So previously we could only choose an item. Basically it would be dodge, attack again, attack, defense, whatever the case is. Now we can further filter, and that's something that I've been really, really wanting for a long time, because farming the Whis event and all that stuff, and before and afterwards, and all these events with their particular category exclusive and then the character exclusive. So that's very good. Now, bulk sell exchange function. This is something for people who are summoning on the friend point banner because they have millions and millions and millions of friend points, and you don't want to have to click each one individually. You really just want to auto sell characters. The only time we have bulk sell is for the Hercule statues. That's what we have currently. But this coming is actually going to be insane. You're going to be able to sell the character or exchange the character, and you'll be able to do an sell exchange all with rarity SR or lower at once. I don't know if they're going to remove the limit of 99 at a time or not, but either way, 99 at a time is so much better than clicking it individually. Then we get this. This is typically only for whales, people who have been playing, or very new players, people who have been playing the game. We do get a good amount of box space just for free from getting to top grossing during major celebrations. We don't typically need more of these, and if you are a small spender, you get the ticket packs from the PLS Trove, then you will get more box space in that regard. So it's only if you are collecting more, your newer account, you don't have enough space to get all of the wanted characters, then you would be able to use this. I do caution this, okay, because it is bulk expansion of character ownership limit, which is box space. You will now be able to expand your character slots in bulk when using Dragon Stones. This is why I say be careful here, because you don't want to use Dragon Stones when you can get box space outside of that. Now, I do believe there is another way to get box space, and that is in the Baba shop. When doing either Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road, or the Quest Story Mode missions, you can use those items to expand your box space as well. You can also expand your stamina, but box space is really what you're looking for. And that's coming in 6.1.0. JP is getting this soonish, I'd like to say. I know that there's someone who pointed it out. Yeah, so Rick on Twitter, he points out that Global's getting it the 6.0.5, and that's coming in the server maintenance tonight. Or tomorrow night. Yeah, the server maintenance tomorrow night. Okay, so this is coming actually very quickly. This is coming with the XENOVERSE banner. Nice. Alright. So, I am really excited for this to come. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you are new here, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing. And see you all in the next video. This is Ocean signing off.